Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to do another reading vlog for my 21 books to read in 2021, and by the title obviously you guys know what it is, but at this moment in time I have no idea what book it is, so I am going to be drawing it. I have my handy dandy mini little fishbowl thing here that has the books that I want to read in 2021, with the exception of Shadow and Bone because I already read that. That was the first one. And then A Court of Silver Flames because at the point of me starting this video it's not out. However, it will be out the day after tomorrow. So you guys might see that vlog before you see this one. But I just wanted to go ahead and draw really quickly and see which book I'm going to be reading. So they are just in a random order. I cut these up like literally weeks ago, so yeah, it'll be pretty random. So I will be drawing, so drum roll please. Alright, okay, so we got an Ember in the Ashes. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. So I got the Ember in the Ashes. So as of right now, I do not currently own this book, which means that I'm going to have to go to the bookstore to get it. And like I said, Court of Silver Flames comes out the day after tomorrow, so I will be making a trip to the bookstore. So I will grab this when I grab that. And so looks like I will see you guys in a couple of days. Hey guys, so it's a few days later since that last clip that I updated you guys, and so I actually went to the bookstore to go get an Ember in the Ashes, but unfortunately they couldn't find it. It said that they had 4 copies, but then they couldn't find a single copy, so I ended up having to order it, and so I have it. And so I think I'm just going to open it for you guys. And yeah, I ordered the paperback. I ordered the paperback version from Amazon, so let's see. Here it is. Honestly, this cover is absolutely stunning. Wow, it's very, very pretty. So this is the 3rd installment in this vlog series, and so it looks like this is what I will be picking up next. If you have read this before, comment down in the comments and let me know how you felt about it, if you loved it or if you hated it. But I've heard nothing but good things about this, so I'm really excited to pick this up. And yeah, I hope you guys stay along for the journey of me reading this. And this is going to be a spoiler vlog. I don't know if I said that already, but this is going to be a spoiler vlog, so it will have spoilers in it. If you don't care about spoilers, or if you have read this book before, then I encourage you to keep watching this vlog to see all of my thoughts and feels on it. But if you do not like to be spoiled, then I would not suggest continuing with this video. And with that being said, let's hop on into the vlog. Hi. So it's been a while since the last time I updated the vlog, but I haven't really been in the mood to like physically read. So finally today, probably about 45 minutes ago, I picked up Ember in the Ashes to start reading it. And honestly, before reading this right now, like I had no idea what it was about, like not a clue. But I'm currently on page 40, which is the start of chapter 6. And so basically what I can tell is it's told in 2 different point of views. One from Laia and one from Elias. And basically Laia is trying to find the resistance because these people called the Masks have taken her brother and imprisoned him, and so she's trying to find the resistance so they can break him out after they killed her grandparents and kidnapped him. So she's looking for them in the catacombs, which I guess are like under the city and stuff, and so she just found them. And then we also get from Elias's point of view, who is in training to be a mask, but he actually does not want to be a mask. He wants to desert, which we know that deserters end up dead because they get killed because they're hunted down and brought back. But then we also found out that the person who's like in charge of the academy, I believe it's called the Blackcliff Academy, is his mother. So there's only 2 women in there right now. Hell is her name, Helena, I believe, or Hell for short, and then his mother. So that is where I'm at right now. I'm on page 40. Like I said, I believe that's all I'm gonna get read for tonight, just because I do have to go to work tomorrow, but I am hoping to pick this up again soon, and I will continue to update you guys as I keep on reading. Hi, so I've been reading An Ember in the Ashes, and I'm currently on page 87, and so far I'm really enjoying it. Actually, I have a few predictions that I think are gonna happen. So I think Leia and Elias are going to end up together. I think Helen is in love with Elias. And yeah, so basically what's been happening is, so I think the last time I updated you guys, I told y'all that Leia's brother was taken by some mask and taken to prison, and her grandparents were murdered, and she was on the run, and Elias was getting ready to graduate from mask school. So where I'm at now, it's right after graduation, and these like brothers or something, they're called Aguar. Well, I'm picturing them basically like the Brotherhood in like the Shadowhunters like world. That's basically what I'm picturing them as like the Silent Brothers or whatever. And so basically one of the people, Kane, has come up to in front of the stage and has told everyone that the original line of whatever his name was, the Emperor Tius, so the line of Tius will fall, and so it's time to have the trials, which are these like trials that Tius had gone through in order to secure his spot as the emperor. And so now they picked 4 people to go into the trials to try and compete to be the next emperor. And Elias is one of those people, which his mother is the current emperor. And next we have Helen, who is competing as well. And then we have Marcus and Zach, who are brothers that are competing, which I don't know why they picked brothers, but whatever. So it's like the top 4 in their class. And so they're competing to become the next emperor. And then that's where I left off with that. And then for Leia, where I left off is she is actually with the resistance. She told them that her mother used to be the leader, like her mother and her father used to be the leader of the resistance, and so they have taken her in, but they weren't going to help her find her brother at first, but now they've decided that they are going to help her if she will spy for them. And she has to spy on the commandant of the Blackcliff Military Academy. So she has to go and spy, and that's how I'm thinking that they're going to meet, because Elias decided not to desert, and now Leia has to go into the military academy. So I hope there's going to be like a little romance thing going on there, but we do know that Elias is kind of attracted to Helen, so it makes me wonder if it's going to be like a love triangle thing kind of going on, but doubtful because they're going to be trying to kill each other probably. So I don't know. It's currently 10 o'clock and I need to be going to bed soon. I think I might read a couple more pages or like one more chapter, because I'm currently on chapter 6. No, just kidding, I'm on chapter 11. I apparently don't know my Roman numerals, so, but yeah, I'm currently on chapter 11, and I think I might read one more chapter and then go to bed, because I do have to be at work tomorrow morning. But yeah, I will again keep you guys updated on my reading progress. So I've just finished part 1 of An Ember in the Ashes, and so far everything's going like according to plan, but Laya is like, so she has become a slave to the commandant, who is actually Elias's mother. And basically she had her first task to do and it literally went not good, and so she had to get 4 lashes. And basically this lady is evil, like she is a witch basically. And so yeah, Elias and Helen have been named something, and they're supposed to participate in the trials. And there was a scene where they were sitting on top of like this, like a rooftop or something, like after graduation at the like graduation parties and stuff, where there's something wrong with Helen and Elias is trying to figure it out. And Helen's like, well, where did you go in the tunnels? Why were you really in the tunnels? I know you weren't actually looking for the deserter. And she was like, if you tell me why you were really in the tunnels, I'll tell you what's wrong with me. And of course Elias is like, no, I can't, because he doesn't know like whether he can like trust her about it or not. And so I think that Helen is secretly a part of the resistance, and I think that Elias was going to desert. And I think eventually Helen and Elias and Leia are all going to come together, and they're going to like put a stop to everything that is going on that's like bad, and get rid of the masks and stuff. And yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I have been annotating in it a little bit. I wasn't really expecting to annotate it, but I feel like I never really expect to annotate anything. Usually if I feel the need to like tab something, then I do. So it looks like I will be annotating this, but I won't be like, I didn't go into this strictly thinking that I wanted to annotate it. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm currently on page 125, and so I think I'm going to read a little bit more. I'm a little bit over 20%, so I think I'm gonna read a little bit more, and I will update you guys again at a later point. So I know it has been a very, very long time since the last time that I updated the vlog, but I'm here to update again because I have been reading some more. And I recently have read probably close to 100 pages, if not a little bit more than that. And basically what's happened is Elias has gone through his first trial, and he was stuck in the desert where he was having like hallucinations of like all the people that he has previously killed and all the people that he will kill in the future. And so he basically had to face his biggest fear in order to get through that trial, and he ends up making it. Him and Helen, which at this point Helen is really on my nerves and I don't really like her. So at first I didn't mind Helen, but now she's like just on my nerves. So hopefully she gets better, because I hope that she stays and I hope she doesn't die and things like that. But so the 4 people were chosen to do the trials. It was Marcus, Zach, Helen, and Elias. And Marcus and Zach are brothers, and I was saying earlier that I didn't understand why they had chosen brothers, because it would be the same line, but whatever. Anyways, they're scheming with Elias's mom, the commander, to kill Elias and Helen so that way they could win and still be under Elias's mom's thumb. And she's working for somebody who I think is called like the Darkbringer or the Dark Summoner or something like that, and he's like evil. He controls like all the wraiths and the ghouls and stuff like that, and those things aren't supposed to exist anymore, but clearly they do. And so yeah, I wrote a few notes down in here, so I'm gonna look at those and we're gonna talk about it. So I do know that Elias is kind of infatuated with Laya, and Helen is very jealous because Elias said that he would bring her this tonic because his mother carved a K into her chest, so she has been branded. And so Elias was like, I'll bring you some stuff to help that heal. And of course that made Helen very, very mad, and she was like, I'm gonna report her. And Elias is like, no, don't, or I'll tell about your powers, because Helen actually sang Elias back to hell while during the second trial, which that one was, they were like facing like people trying to kill them, like the people in charge were trying to kill them. And so they basically, it was like a test of like cunningness. And so for them to survive, Helen won that one because she was the only one that was not hurt, but Marcus won the first one. So now Marcus has one and Helen has one, and there's 2 more trials left, and the first person to get 2 wins the whole thing and becomes the next emperor. And so basically, why can I literally not find this? But anyway, so yeah, Helen won and that second one, and then Elias realizes that he's not meant to win the trials. He's supposed to be the second in command, and that Helen is supposed to win. So he was trying to like make her not mad at him anymore, because he was talking about Laya and how he needed to go bring her that tonic. And obviously it's like very obvious that Helen likes Elias. Like, it is very obvious, and obviously like Elias doesn't know that, but like we as a reader, like we can tell, like it's very, very obvious. And it's like frustrating for me because she's getting mad at him, but like he doesn't know that you like him. Like, you haven't told him that you like him, like none of that, and you're like jealous because he likes Leia. Like, and I wrote like on my little note in here, I was like, Helen is on my nerves. She acts like she wants to be one of the guys but doesn't have the balls to tell Elias how she feels, and then is mad about why. So like literally you can't be like, they underestimate me, da da da, but then can't even tell him that you like him. And obviously he might reject you, but like, okay, you'll get over it, you know. I don't know. Anyways, and then also Leia has, is it Leia or Laya? I don't know, but Laya has snuck out of the Blackcliff is the name, and she snuck out of Blackcliff with Izzy, who is like one of her, is like, who's also like kitchen girl, so she's like one of the other slaves. And they snuck out, and now they're like in town, and Leia had to go to a meeting with the resistance. And so basically, because she's working with them, so that way they'll break her brother out. And basically I don't think that they're gonna break her brother out. Like, I think that they're playing her, and that they just want to find a way to get into Blackcliff, and they don't plan on helping her brother, and they don't plan on saving him. And at this point I'm not even sure if he is still alive. I kind of think he's dead, and I think they're lying to her and telling her that he's alive even though he's not, to get her to still work for them, because obviously if she knows that he's dead, then she's not going to want to continue to spy for them and work for them. So yeah, I don't think it's going to get him out of prison. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And so I think Laya is getting ready to go back to Blackcliff with Izzy, and Elias is looking for them, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that she saw Elias in the streets because he's like looking at her, and I think he had taken his mask off, because we know that his mask like hasn't fully formed to his face because he takes it off like every possible chance that he gets. So I think that he took his mask off while he was like out and about, and he saw her, and they made eye contact, and he was really cute, and I'm like shipping them. And I know that, so obviously I know that Helen likes Elias, and I know that Keenan likes Laya, whatever. Keenan likes Laya, and Helen likes Elias. But then I think Elias and Laya like each other. So then they're just hurt because they like each other, but 2 people like them. But I'm really hoping that Keenan and Helen can get together. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it seems like it would fit. Seems like it would fit. I don't know, but yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna read any more today, just because I do have some homework and stuff that I need to get done. But if I do read any more, then I of course will continue to update you guys. And I'm a little bit over halfway now, so hopefully we'll be in the home stretch here soon, and I will update you guys again later. So I kind of hate this book right now. So basically they're in the middle of their third trial, which is a trial of strength, and basically it's him and Helen, and they're fighting against each other with their like classmates and their friends and stuff. And basically Tristus, who is the one that told Elias that Helen was in love with him, just died. And it's really sad because he was like engaged to his childhood sweetheart, and like he's just like a good person, and now he's like dead. So at this point I'm just like, do I really like this book or no? Because this is too much for me right now. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going. I have less than 200 pages left. I'm on page 337, so we'll see. Okay, so Elias just killed Helen, but I don't think it's actually real. Like, I think it was just like not necessarily like his imagination, but I think that it was part of the trial. So I don't think they actually had to battle each other. I think it was like conjured up to see if he could do it, but we'll see. Now it's Leia's point of view, so obviously we won't get Elias until at the end of Leia's chapter, so we'll see what happens, I guess. But I just have a feeling that Helen's not actually dead. Okay, so Cain just called Leia an ember in the ashes. He called Elias that earlier. Oh my god, I'm literally about to start crying because he said, "You are full of life, Leia, full of life and dark and strength and spirit. You are in our dreams. You will burn, for you are an ember in the ashes." And he said that to Elias. Well, not those exact words, but he called him an ember in the ashes too. So obviously their fates are intertwined. So there's no way that Elias is gonna die. Like, obviously I know that because there's more books, but like, just like seeing it written, reading it, like, I just don't believe it until I literally read it and it's on the page in front of me. But like, there's so many things that I feel like are being like woven together at this point, and I'm just like wow. So I'm on page 401 and there's 446 pages, so I have about 44 pages to go. So I will try to update you guys again after I finish. I just finished it. Oh my goodness. Literally, I absolutely loved this. It took me a while to kind of pick it up just because I have been in a physical reading slump, but literally this was so good. So basically what happened was Leia decided to go back and save Elias from being executed, and it literally went perfectly. She got Izzy out like she promised, and Cook helped her with some explosives, and she broke Elias out, and it was just literally, it was stunning. This was so good. I'm giving it 5 stars. Like, I already ordered the second one and it cannot get here fast enough. Like, I literally need it yesterday. Holy crap, this was so good. And if you have any qualms or have been thinking about picking this up but you're not sure, like, literally pick it up. This was so good. Oh my goodness, literally, I just can't, like, wow. I love this. I literally loved it. Fantastic. But yeah, like, I literally pretty much have no words at this point because it was literally just that good. All I could say is read it. And I hope this vlog is like put together, and I hope that it makes sense, because I know, like, as of right now I'm not really making sense, but like, this is absolutely phenomenal and I highly recommend it if you are looking for a fantasy. There are some trigger warnings though for attempted rape, so, but this was literally absolutely phenomenal. I will be reading the second one as soon as I can get my hands on it, and if you guys want to see a blog for that, let me know in the comments, because I will do a blog for that as well. But I know this was literally phenomenal. I'm so happy that I read this. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for this video. If you've read this book, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it, if you loved it or if you didn't like it. But yeah, so with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. You don't have to. It would be awesome if you did though. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will have all of my social medias linked down in the description if you want to follow me or be friends. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.